looking for, you know, the fakes, the bumps, maybe, you know, chasing somebody down. Do you go for the aerials? Do you keep it as a ground game? You know, so many tactics come out in ones, and I'll be interested to find out how it plays out here.
Indeed, it will be. So down to the pitch for game number 1 here. Now wants to pop this one high. He's got 88 in the tank to work with. Danny wanting that shadow defense, and this one will just sneak over bar, not in, and Fear doesn't quite have the read to tap it straight down.
When they're playing a ones game, you know, you want the goalie, you want the crossbar on your side, but not going up against you. The fake coming out, and he's able to hold on and just get it past Dannykins. We get the equalizer needed to tie us all up.
This is a good shot from Fear. It's a good pop, and Fake does a really good job to make sure it lands on his hood for the flick again.
3:36 left on the clock. Plenty of time for Dannykins to turn this one around, but remember, it is only a best of one, and the fake coming out yet again. He's going to have all the time in the world for this one, and he's going to add the 4th one to the goal, or net, or...
Mustache, we're not looking too good as far as our predictions go, and that is just a nasty fake from Fear.
And hey, he's been having his show matches going all day long. Like I said, maybe he's been looking out, but Dannykins should have all the time in the world. And man, as Fear was climbing in on that one, I'm like, Danny, you're gonna have to shoot this one quick.
She hesitated just a little bit, and Fear, wow, he came really close to getting back to that one. I don't think he thought he would end up that close. Fear might look for a half flip shot there. He doesn't, and again, Danny with a great 50. Just no boost in the tank to work with Mustache. She is feeling the effects of the boost starve.
So that whole probably 30 to 45 seconds right there from the time Fear tried to put the shot on Danny's net to this little transition and then back, neither of them had boost. Everybody is just trying to find any pad around, couldn't pick up anything. Fear's gonna have the time to kind of set himself up for a defensive play. The little pop up, but right underneath the crossbar. I honestly thought Fear was going to be able to have the time to get up there. He picked up at least one pad, 12 in the tank, and just Danny throws it up behind him. That's perfect placement from her. She decreases that lead, but she's going to have to do that quite a few more times if she's going to want to make this game close.
It's just perfectly placed. She will be on the receiving end of a Fear demo. He's able to grab corner. He's perfectly content, Mustache, just to waste some time as he just lets that one roll towards him. The flick is a good one, and he won't even need to waste any more time. The lead's back to 5.
So he's just going to kind of play schoolyard keep away until, or just keep putting it in the back of the net. The 9th goal for Fear. Are we going to see double digits in this first game? Now it's going to have to be Danny to just think about what she needs to do in game number 2. This first game in this series has now ended with a convincing win for Fear. Now Danny's going to have to turn around, and just a intense showing from the two of them. No saves from Fear. I mean, again, that just goes back to the control that he had for this entire game. But right now, series match point obviously in favor of Fear. Just needs to win this one, and it'll be a convincing sweep. But obviously, Dannykins going to try and see if she can't turn this one around. Myself a few times where I think the opponent doesn't have all that time, and then all of a sudden, oh, look at that little roll, but the bump coming out from Fear.
With plenty in the tank, hunting that big flick. This one, finally one that's not perfect. It'll be off the crossbar and back out. Huge bump again from Dannykins, taking a page out of Fear's book, but got a little greedy with how good her bump was. We'll see it to the side. A good steal from Danny, though, as she's back up for this one. Drop down in front, wants to take the 50 instead. The Finnick of Fear will continue to dominate these 50s. Danny a little bit awkward, might have panicked here, get back in front. She'll keep it out of the back of the net for the time being.
Oh, he puts it on his own target, and there you go. He basically gifted her this goal. I'm not sure he wanted to go for that hit. He was just trying to get it, you know, keep it close to him, but it just bounces off that front corner of his car, and Danny will take those all day long. We get an equalizer. This is starting to look like a good game as we are now past the final minute and a half.
Just like that, Mustache. It really feels like this is still anyone's contest, but the next goal will definitely force one of these two into a little bit of a desperate moment.
Oh, and that might be it. Can she get around the ball? No, she's going to elect to go for it off the wall, off the ceiling. Does she have the flip? She does, but hits it a little more awkward than she wanted. That could be the go-ahead goal needed. 30 seconds left, up by 1 is Fear in the series match point situation. Is that going to be enough for him to solidify this win?
I think Danny finds one more. I really do. She's looked threatening. Fear looks a little bit caught off guard, but he's not off guard for this one. It's a laser to the top left.
Oh, I thought maybe crossbar, maybe post, but no, you can't count out Fear. Look at that, putting the fear in the eyes of Danny as he's gonna throw that one in that top left corner. Looking like a win in favor of Fear. The desk looking like we were all wrong, but 50% of you in chat are going to potentially win a gift card.